It's the beginning of September, which means summer is coming to a close and the autumnal season is quickly approaching. It's been a very busy summer, full of countless adventures and tons of memories. But this new month marks a significant decrease in activity and a return to a slower pace of life. Though the busyness has been coupled with enjoyment, I can honestly say that I'm happy to be returning to this period of quiet and simple living. It's in these seasons of quietness and slowness where I find that I am rejuvenated and re-inspired. The anticipation of fall, which is my favorite time of the year, and the season of slowness has really brought about a burst of inspiration and creativity. I once again have the time to pursue my hobbies, such as cooking and gardening, without them feeling like a chore. I love creating things with my own two hands, whether it's preparing a delicious home-cooked meal or reaping the literal fruits of labor from my garden, or filming and creating this YouTube video. All of these things lift my creative spirit and inspire me to continue in my passions. I've noticed that an interesting thing happens when I'm inspired. My inspiration leads to further inspiration. I find myself overflowing with new ideas and creative endeavors. Video ideas pop into my head. I find new recipes that I want to try or books I want to read. Acting on my inspirations points me towards this upward trend of creativity. My goal is to consistently act during these moments of inspiration, to the point that it becomes a habit, so that I'm not just creative when I feel like it, but I'm creative as a way of life. Periods of slowness can often feel dull and boring, but they don't have to be. They can be used as a time to discover new hobbies and cultivate creativity. Creativity is a muscle. It has to be stretched and exercised, or it'll become weak from lack of use. So using those moments when life is slow or you're feeling inspired to pursue creativity can be incredibly beneficial. You cultivate the creative in yourself, and soon enough it becomes a natural way of life. My hope is that these words and my experience inspire you to pursue creativity, and that during times when life is quiet and slow, that you too can pursue your passions and cultivate a creative life. It's only the beginning of September, but it feels like fall today, and I am loving it so much because fall is my favorite season. It's been a really great summer. I've made a lot of memories and had a lot of fun, but I am ready for that cooler weather and the changing of the seasons, the colorful leaves, the crisp, cool air, and today was just very reminiscent of that. So I broke down and decided to celebrate the beginning of fall with a very apt drink. I made some pumpkin spice, made a pumpkin spice latte, and I'm just out here enjoying the evening, reading a little bit, and spending some time in this beautiful weather and enjoying it before it gets hot again or before it starts raining. I am currently reading A Game of Thrones, which of course is very popular. Most people are familiar with it, but I think they're mostly familiar with the TV show. I actually haven't watched the TV show. I don't really have much of an interest in watching it, but I wanted to read the book because I wanted to know what the hype was about. I know that this is just a super popular series in general, and so I thought, hey, I really like fantasy. I like big books. I feel like this is right up my alley, and I am about, I guess, a quarter to a third of the way through, and I have to say I am really, really enjoying it. The amount of details that George R.R. Martin goes into to build this world, the characters that he develops, they are so complex and deep, and I feel like he really takes the time to let the reader know each and every one of them, and I think that's super cool, even though it can be really, really confusing because there are so many characters. This book alone has 9 different character arcs going on, so there are 9 characters that you're following throughout this entire book, and so it's been kind of hard to keep track of everything, keep track of the names. Thankfully, there's a lot of information online. People have built whole family trees, have whole summaries of who the characters are and how they're all connected, so I'm often referencing that. And it's really helping me to enjoy this book a lot more, so I don't have to try so hard to remember who each and every character is. I can just look it up. I love that all the characters just come off as really intelligent, really knowledgeable, really aware of what's going on in their life and in the world. And I think that's really cool because it's so easy for the reader to be following and kind of guess what's going on in the book, but these characters are like so sharp. They're like on top of everything that's kind of going on, and they seem to like understand a lot of what's going on. So I'm just thoroughly enjoying this read. I still have a lot more to go. I don't anticipate actually reading the entire series just because it is a really major commitment, but I'm just thinking there might be other series that I'd rather put my time and effort into and not just the Game of Thrones series, because that is a really big commitment. But I am determined to at least finish the first book. I'm really, really enjoying it right now. So I'm gonna see how far I get in it tonight. Maybe I'll finish it in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully I can get back to you all about what I thought about the book once it's done. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.